Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Shabbat Shalom.
I think we're all gathering here in the sanctuary, but at home we are started. So
Yes.
Shabbat Shalom. Oh, that was like, I heard just the Nair Menlowitz, just Nair people. Yeah, you're right. So I hope everyone had a wonderful week, and it's Hanukkah, which is very exciting. There's a lot of noise in the lobby, which is really distracting.
It is.
But we should start with a little intention, a little setting of our mood. So let's take a deep breath. And release. Take another breath in. And release. And with this next breath, we'll breathe in deeply all of the sweetness of Shabbat, and now I should say the beauty of Hanukkah. So we'll breathe that in and hold it deeply into our soul. We release. This Shabbat evening, we have a pretty special service. We have our Hanukkah service, we have a Shabbat service, and we have a little special something. We're going to be mostly, if not all, streaming here. So you don't even need a prayer book. You just need yourself, your person, to be present for you. And we're going to start with singing Maya Fe Haiyou.
Fe Haiyou, Shabbat Shalom. Maya Fe Haiyou, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom. Maya Fe Haiyou, Shabbat Shalom. Maya Fe Haiyou, Shabbat Shalom.
So I mentioned a little bit of a surprise, and I want to get to that right away. This spring, in the very beginning of the summer, we engaged in a really special project when we were still on Zoom before we could be in the sanctuary, and we called it Turning Points. Turning Points notes those special moments in our lives, life cycles, and special milestones. During the pandemic, it has been and was then and continues to be really hard to pay attention to the transitions in our lives that deserve to be honored. And so we're reconnecting tonight to Turning Points, a periodic ritual which was celebrated as part of Shabbat services. What was Turning Points? Turning Points, we heard from 6 members, 6 families, who shared their turning point story. What was a milestone or a moment or really particularly pivotal during COVID for them to that moment. While they were sharing their story, Rabbi Ali Fishman, who is also an artist, created a piece of art, you can see them up here, inspired by the story that was shared. She was drawing literally while our members were speaking. Adding to the ritual, when the speakers were finished, we would put Ali's art on the screen, and Deb sang a beautiful song called Life Shapes by Todd Herzog. Our plan has always been to take these beautiful pieces of art and create a large piece of art which will hang here in the synagogue so that when we are fully back, we know that even when we were home, even when we were on screen, we were really here as well. The other plan was to present to each of our speakers a unique piece of art so that they could remember this experience. The plan was to do that, months ago. That did not happen. So we are doing this in stages. So tonight we are presenting the art to our speakers. And it's really meaningful to do that because the word Hanukkah means dedication. And so tonight we dedicate these pieces of art to our speakers, to our members who spoke about their lives bravely and on Zoom and shared their journeys. And so I want tonight to invite Shelley Nair, Tracy Messer, Randy and David Nathanson, and Lori Rosenberg to come up here. We are missing two of our speakers this evening. Jonathan Yasani is under the weather, and Tessa Gable could not join us. So their pieces are up here, and they are with us in spirit. So I want you to come up here.
Do you want me?
And Deb is going to sing Life Shapes, and we are going to see the pieces large.
I've always been good at beginnings. Paths fading off into the distance. I love the sense of endless possibility. Yeah. Open skies and no resistance. But it's the choices we make when we determine our life shapes that tell us who we're gonna be. And it's the chances we take that define our direction, that separate the you from the me. Come on, let's celebrate the you and the me. Now the days move on just like the ones before. Trapped inside an empty box, always wanting more. I don't want to settle for mediocrity, no, but it's so hard to drag this dream into reality. But it's the choices we make that determine our life shapes, that tell us who we're gonna be. And it's the chances we take that define our direction, that separate the you from the me. Come on, let's celebrate the you and the me. Come on, let's be the people we were meant to be.
Thank you, Deb. So now we're going to move into lighting our Hanukkah candles. We always light our Hanukkah candles before Shabbat because we can't light Hanukkah candles after Shabbat candles. So I'm going to light the shamash. A couple of just quick logistics. This menorah likes to fall over. So So I'm going to hand you shamash, and you're going to very carefully, and you're going to, be careful. Watch, the candle won't stay lit. Who wants to light first? Lori.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam
Next person.
Asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Hanukkah. Baruch atah Adonai.
It's not totally out.
Eloheinu melech haolam, she'asa nisim lavoteinu, bayamim hahem bazman hazeh.
I promise I did not buy trick candles. Nobody believes me. David, if you want to just keep lighting, that would be awesome. And then what I am going to do is start giving each person, Lori, yours.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Randy and David. All of these miracles. So it's a miracle that Hanukkah is here and that we are all together. So that is really special. And now that the Hanukkah candles are lit, we move to the Shabbat lights, and you have it right in front of you. But now I have to keep moving all of my props here. O source of light and truth. Let's see how much I can move around here. O source of light and truth, creator of the eternal law of goodness, help us to find knowledge by which to live. Lead us to take the words we shall speak into our hearts and our lives. Bless you all who enter this sanctuary in need, all who bring the offerings of their hearts. May our worship lead us to acts of kindness, peace, and love.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lehadlik ner להדליק נר של Shabbat.
We continue with Kiddush. The heaven and the earth were finished in all their array. On the seventh day, God finished the work that God had been doing, and God stopped on the seventh day from all the work that God had done. And God blessed the seventh day and declared it holy, because on that day God ceased from all the work of creation that God had done.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, Borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, Asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav beratzavanu, B'shabbat kodsho be'ahava uvratzon hinchilanu, Zikaron lema'aseh v'reshit, Ki hu yom techila lemikraye kodesh, Zecher letziad Mitzrayim. Ki banu v'acharta, V'otanu kidashta, Mikol ha'amim. V'shabbat kodshecha, Be'ahava uvratzon, hinchaltanu. Baruch atah Adonai, Mekadesh HaShabbat. Amen. L'chaim.
L'chaim. We continue now with the Baruch Hu. The Baruch Hu is our call to worship. It says we've done a little bit of warming up and we're prepared now to dig in a little deeper to our prayers. So please rise in body or in spirit.
Baruch hu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed.
Praise to you, Adonai, our God. Let's read together. From whom the evening flows. Your wisdom sets the way on which time and season glide. Your breath guides the sail of the stars. Creator of the tide of time and light, you guide the current of day into night. As heaven spans to infinity, you set its course for eternity. Praise to you, Adonai, our God, from whom the evening flows. Baruch atah Adonai, Hama'ariv Aravim. Continue with the Shema that declares God's uniqueness and God's oneness.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Vaed.
Please be seated.
Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha v'chol levavcha uv'chol nafshecha uv'chol me'odecha ve'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi metzavcha hayom al levavecha ve'shinantam levanecha V'dibarta bam, v'shivtecha b'veitecha, uv'lechtecha v'derech, uv'shochbecha uv'kumecha, uv'kshartam le'ot al yadecha, v'hayu letotafot b'neinecha, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
Turning to the Mijamoja, which is always a favorite moment for me during the service because it's a reminder of our freedom. It's a reminder that after generation of slavery, we can take a moment to be grateful for freedom, as the Israelites did, and our responsibility that all should be free. Let's sing together.
And I'm going to give you a little warning. The words will be a little bit different, and you might recognize the tune.
So Deb, what song is that?
That would be Maoz Source.
Maoz Source. And the English? Did you?
I did write that English.
I was setting you up there.
Yeah, you did.
Deb has a little bit of a skill, which is to basically write lyrics to any song in the world.
Yeah, and stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
Because you will get more of that.
December 24th.
On December 24th.
Yes. So it is actually traditional on, during Hanukkah to sing Mijamoja to Maoz Source, and it is Deb's skill to bring the English so that we know what it is that we're singing. So thank you, Deb.
Sure.
So we turn to Hachikivenu. Hachikivenu is our evening lullaby. It asks God for protection to provide for all of us a Sukkot Shalom, a shelter of peace. It really feels beautiful at this time of year to think about what a Sukkot Shalom, a shelter of peace, can look like for each one of us. We sing together.
Hachikivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom, leshalom. Ve'hamidenu shomreinu lechayim. Ufros aleinu sukkot shlomecha, ufros aleinu sukkot shlomecha.
The Tafila is the center of our liturgy. We first recenter ourselves with these words of asking God to help our mouths say only praise. And then the next few prayers, the first one is reminding us that we stand upon the shoulders of our forefathers and foremothers, and then praising God for God's greatness. And then the last prayer that we'll chant together is a recognition of the sanctity of this day. We will chant all of these prayers straight through. You will see them on the screen, or if you are at home, you will see them on that screen. Please rise in body or in spirit.
Adonai sefatai tiftach ufi agi tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu v'Elohei avotenu v'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, Ve'konei HaKol, Ve'zocher Chasdei Avot ve'imahot, U'mevi Geula livnei v'neihem, Lema'an Shemo be'ahava. Melech Hozer u'Moshia u'Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham ve'ezrat Sarah. Atah gibor le'olam Adonai, Mechaye hakol atah, Rav lehoshia. Mechalkel chayim bechesed, Mechaye hakol berachamim rabim. Somech noflim verofeh cholim, Umatir asurim, Umekaye memunato, Lishenei afar, Mijamoja ba'al gevurot, Umido melach, Melech meimid u'mechaye, Umatzmiach Yeshua, V'ne'eman atah lehachayot hakol. Baruch atah Adonai, Mechaye hakol. Atah kadosh v'shimcha kadosh, v'kedoshim. Keep going. Baruch atah Adonai, Ha'el HaKadosh. It was a test.
Test.
Flying colors.
Please be seated. We continue with singing, I'm going to try that again. We continue with singing Shalom Rav. Shalom Rav is it's a song of peace, most literally. If you can see, it's a little bit small. If you can see it up there, grant abundant peace. Shalom is peace. Rav means abundant or a lot. So it's really literally a song about peace, but shalom also means wholeness. And so grant abundant wholeness to all of us. And so as we sing Shalom Rav, I wonder if you'll take a moment to think about the wholeness in your life, those places of blessing, those places of goodness, those places of gratitude as we sing together.
Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Ki ata Asim leolam.
We turn now in our service to our prayer for healing, our Misha Berach. There are many in our congregation, many whom we love, who are in need of healing, who do not have shalom, who don't have peace, who are not whole. And so we take a moment to lift them up in prayer, to ask for measure of comfort to whatever healing means for them. And so my hand passes over the congregation. I invite you to share aloud the names of loved ones who are in need of healing on this Shabbat, that together we'll lift them up, lift up their names, and hope for a measure of comfort.
Jane, Michael, and Sheila.
We join together in healing song. We take a few moments now for silent prayer and reflection.
of my heart be acceptable to you, O God, my rock and my redeemer.
So this is the first holiday that we are spending inside the building together as a community since COVID. We did Simchat Torah as a community outdoors, but every other holiday since then, we've been online. So we need to have a little excitement and energy. So we're going to sing some Hanukkah songs, and they're going to be up there. Yay, Hanukkah song. Anybody have a favorite Hanukkah song? What's a favorite Hanukkah song? Don't all speak at once.
Well, that was
amazing because that's what I just queued everything up. We changed our cue. Well, I changed the cue and asked everybody else to work around it. So we're going to sing the dreidel song. Let's do it.
We are, and we're going to do it with a little twist. We're going to start with the verses that...
A twist. Did you get that? A twist.
Ah, twist. I like that. That was good. So we're going to start with the verses that you'll see on the screen. And after that, I'm going to ask you for some suggestions of what you might make your dreidel out of. Okay? So here we go. I have a little dreidel, I made it out of clay, and when it's dry and ready, oh dreidel I shall play. Oh dreidel, 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 I made it out of clay. Oh, and when it's dry and ready, then dreidel I shall play. It has a lovely body with legs so short and thin, and when it gets all tired, it drops and then I win. Oh, dreidel, 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 I made it out of clay, and when it's dry and ready, oh, dreidel I shall play. My dreidel is so playful, it loves to dance and spin. A happy game of dreidel, come play now, let's begin. Oh, dreidel, 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 I made it out of clay, and when it's dry and ready, oh, dreidel I shall play. Okay, now, what else might you make a dreidel out of? Somebody tell me. Wood? Koa wood? Okay. I have a little dreidel, I made it out of wood. I burned it in my oven, I don't think that I should have put it in there. What else would you make a dreidel out of? Plastic. Dreidel, 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 I made it out of plastic. I love my special dreidel, it really is fantastic. What else might you make a dreidel out of? Rubber bands. I have a little dreidel, I made it out of rubber bands, but I couldn't spin my dreidel 'cause it bounced out of my hands. What else? What? Bread? Dreidel, 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 I made it out of bread. I shouldn't have eaten my dreidel, at least that's what Mama said.
Michael, what did you say?
Rocks. Dreidel, 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 I made it out of rocks. I like to spin my dreidel, and it fits into my socks. One more, last one. Yes, Isaac. Pterodactyl. Dreidel, 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 I made it out of a pterodactyl. I like to spin my dreidel, but Isaac, you're a handful.
And all right.
So should we sing another Hanukkah
Yes, we
song?
should sing another one.
All right. Sevivon. Amalatka. You know, I don't have either one of those queued up, but let's do a quick verse of Sevivon. Here we go.
You got it.
Sevivon, sof, sof, sof. Hanukkah hu chag tov. Hanukkah hu chag tov. Sevivon, sof, sof, sof. Chag simcha hu la'am. Nes gadol haya sham. Nes gadol haya sham. Chag simcha hu la'am. Yes. Ah, that's good. Very good. How about Miyam Alel? There is a slide for Miyam Alel. Look at that, just like that. Here we go. Yeah, I kind of cheated. I knew it was on there. Here we go. Miyam Alel Gvurot Yisrael Otan Miyimne Chen Bechol Dor Yakum Hagibor El Ha'am Miyam Alel Gvurot Yisrael Otan Miyimne Chen Bechol Dor Yakum Hagibor El Ha'am Shema Bayamim Hahem Bazman Hazeh Maccabi Moshiach Ufoteh Uvyomenu Kol Am Yisrael Yitached Yakum Lehigael. Who can retell the things that befell us? Who can count them? In every age the heroes of sage came to our aid. One more time. Who can retell the things that befell us? Who can count them? In every age a hero or sage came to our aid. One more. How about Maoz Source, since we practiced it already? Let's do it with the words it came with. Here we go. We always used to sing this after lighting our candles. That was like we'd segue right into it. Maoz Source Yeshuati Lechana El Shabeach Tikon Beit Tefilati V'sham Todah Nezabeach Le'etachin Matbeach Mitzar Hamnabeach Azegmor Bashir Mizmor Hanukkah Tamizbeach Mazmor Bashir Mizmor Hanukkah Tamizbeach. Rock of ages, let our song praise your saving power. You amidst the raging foes were our sheltering tower. Furious they assailed us, but your arm availed us, and your word broke their sword when our own strength failed us, and your word broke their sword when our own strength failed us. Yay! That was fun. Was that fun?
Okay. It was fun. And we say Hanukkah, oh my goodness, Hanukkah Sameach, happy Hanukkah. So Hanukkah, obviously, Sameach means happy. So you can say Chag Sameach, which we know. You can say Hanukkah Sameach, happy Hanukkah, or just happy Hanukkah. And it is really nice to celebrate a holiday in the building, not on Zoom, with community.
And
We
with the people who are at home also still being able to join. I think that's pretty cool.
We have a yes and, always. So we turn now to Aleinu, and we rise as able. Let us adore the ever-living God and render praise unto you, who spreads out the heavens and established the earth, whose glory is revealed in the heavens above, and whose greatness is manifest throughout the world. You are our God, there is none else.
ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד.
We turn now to our time of remembering. Turn now to our memorial meditation. To one in sorrow, let me come in where you are weeping, friend, and let me take your hand. I who have known a sorrow such as yours can understand. Let me come in, I would be very still beside you in your grief. I would not bid you cease your weeping, friend. Tears can bring relief. Let me come in, I would only breathe a prayer and hold your hand, for I have known a sorrow such as yours, and I understand. On this Shabbat, we remember those who have been taken most recently from our temple family in Shloshim in the first month since their death. Jean D. Heflick, Maxine Stevens Middleton, David Weinberger, Kenny A. Zeisler. And we mark the yahrzeits, the anniversaries of death that fall on this Shabbat. Irmgard Baer, Selma Wiener Berkman, Anna Blonder, Ellen Cole, Tommy Cole, Richard Cole, John T. Ebers, Gertrude Englander, Meyer Firstman, Mary Friedman, Stanley Friedman, Theodore Jacobs, Harry A. Jacobson, Simon Klein, Marguerite K. Lieb, Mildred Mandel, Marvin Marcus, Dorothea N. Massinger, Alice Nyer, Bernard Nyer, Emmanuel R. Riff, Cherry Robertson, Irene Rosenberg, Millie Singer Rosewater, Doris K. Shaw, Anna Curtis Schultz, Terry Robertson Skall, Clement Stanescu, Dees C. Vactor, David Vainberg, David T. Weingart. Our griefs and sympathies are mingled, and together we share on the words of the mourner's Kaddish. Yid Gadal v'yid Kadash Shemei Rabbah, v'yama divrach Yerute v'yamlich malchute, b'chayechon u'v'yomechon, uv'chaye techol beit Yisrael, ba'agala u'vizman kari v'imru, Amen. Yehi Shmei Rabbah mevorach leolam almei almaya, Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh, v'yithadar v'yithaleh v'yithalal shemeh dekudesha barechu, le'elam min kol birchata v'shirata, tush b'chata v'nechamata, da'amiran bi'alma v'imru, Amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shamaya, v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru, Amen. Osei Shalom Bimromav, Huya Aseh Shalom, Aleinu Ve'al Kol Yisrael, V'imru. Amen. May the source of peace send peace to all who mourn and give comfort to all who are bereaved. And let us say together, Amen. Please be seated. It is my pleasure to invite the president of our congregation, Lori Rosenberg, to come forward and share in a few announcements and greetings. Oh. You're going to have to come. This is as far as it goes.
Shabbat Shalom and Happy Hanukkah. Folks here and out at the cameras, I get the feeling that Rabbi and Deb get at looking at the camera. It's a unique perspective from being up here. But we're glad to have everybody with us and would like to thank Deb for her creativity, Rabbi for the service. It's a fun service. And as Rabbi said, it's so good to be here together in person celebrating a holiday and being able to have a meal as well, which is a real treat. We also have, I want to thank the leadership and volunteers and the staff. This looked simple today, but there were challenges and you wouldn't know it, but I want to thank everybody who put their best foot forward, the staff, in making today happen. In terms of, and Noreen, as I passed on the way in here, it's nice to see ushers again and the need for ushers. So thank you, Noreen. In terms of announcements, we have our tent, two more Sundays of our tent. And then we also have the Kol Nashim Book Club on December 13th, Lake on Fire. I have my glasses, but I'm not using them, I just realized. Which is why I'm squinting. And if you are interested, please RSVP to Charlotte in the office. And then Mazel Tov to the way it was written, to all the people who participated in Turning Points. It was a labor of love to write them and to be asked to do it, to write it, and to share it. And I know that from speaking with the other people who are part of it. So thank you for the thought of bringing this to us, and we appreciate it. So.
Okay, we have one more Hanukkah song.
We do. We're going to do Ococandelicas, which means 8 little candles. And although you won't see the video this time, you will hear the lovely voices of our Kol Ami singing, as well as Lyle Merdler on percussion on this one. So let's sing it together. Hanukkah linda está aquí, 8 candelas para mí. Hanukkah linda está aquí, 8 candelas para mí. Oh, una candelica, 2 candelicas, 3 candelicas, 4 candelicas, 5 candelicas, 6 candelicas, 7 candelicas, 8 candelas para mí. Los chastelicos comer, con almendricas y la miel, with almonds and honey. Los pasteliscos comer, con almendricas y la miel. Oh, una candelica, 2 candelicas, 3 candelicas, 4 candelicas, Candelicas, 6 candelicas, 7 candelicas, 8 candelas para mí. Muchas fiestas vou fazer, com alegria e prazer. Muchas fiestas vou fazer, com alegria e prazer. Oh, una, dos, tres, candelicas, 4 candelicas, 5 candelicas, 6 candelicas, 7 candelicas, 8 candelas para mí. One musician I failed to mention was Stephen Langell on the trumpet on that one.
That song is, if you don't know, if you didn't recognize it, is Ladino, which is Hebrew. No,
It's mostly Spanish.
It's mostly Spanish.
With
It
a little bit of
represents
Hebrew mixed in.
Right. It represents the Sephardic Jewish community, and it was created by Flori Jagoda, who really brought Ladino back to life. And she's really become an icon for the Sephardic Jewish community. So we turn now to our benediction. Please rise.
Yevarechecha Adonai ve'yishmerecha.
May God bless you and keep you.
Yair Adonai panav elecha bichuneka.
May the light of God's presence shine upon each of us and be gracious to us.
Yisa Adonai panav elecha. Ve'asem lecha shalom, ve'asem lecha shalom.
May God lift up each one of us and may God bring us shalom. We are going to quickly offer a motzi. We have everyone's challah individually bagged, so it is safe and clean for all of our hands. So let's say motzi together.
Hamotzi lechem min haaretz. We give thanks to God for bread. Our voices rise in song together as our prayer is humbly said. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen. B'te'avon.
Avon, there's challah for everyone. If you're staying for the dinner, you can head right in.
And then Chag Sameach. And
Chag Sameach, Hanukkah
Shabbat
Sameach.
Shalom.